and welcome to Teardrops. My name is Beth, and this video is going to be so much fun. It's a little different from the other things I've done. I mean, I'm still using the wire and the mica flakes, but I am not putting any type of inserts into it. We're just using wire, resin, and colorant. Right now, I am doing that zigzag motion again to be able to make it so that as we put each piece in, it's bent. Now what I'm going to do is start cutting everything to size. My first 3 pieces, I cut separately. And then after I figure out the approximate length that I'm going to need, I cut a bunch of pieces at one time. So I am cutting it, and when you cut these, you've got to remember to cut on both sides if you have to cut a significant amount off. So I put the 3 pieces in, I add a little bit of resin, and I set it up to where I want it in the distance for each piece. Now you have to remember I have done this before, so I know exactly how much space I need between each piece. And it's probably maybe 2 to 3 millimeters between. Not a lot, but enough to be able to give it character. Do note that with each piece I put in, I do cure 1 at a time, maybe 2 at a time. It just really depends on what I'm working on. So what I'm doing here now is I'm going to be cutting a bunch of pieces, as I said earlier, to fit in. Now they're not going to be the exact length. They will have to be adjusted, but it makes it easier, I think. So you're going to notice I'm cutting from both sides because I had to take a significant amount off. And if I did not do that, we would lose the pattern. We're going to carry on here and go through the process of putting these wires in. It is the longest part of the process. So I'm going to fast forward through some of this because it takes so long, and where I need to interject, I will. So enjoy the music, and I will see you when we're done with the framework. And by the way, please forgive me. I sound a little gravelly and a little nasally is because I've got that dumb flu that's been going around. So please be patient with me, but I wanted to get this out to you. Enjoy the music. Now that we're almost done with the framework, we're going to be adding resin after we do this last piece. These pieces are so much fun to make. They're actually very quick in my world because a lot of my pieces take so long because there's so much detail. But for this one, it is very fun and you can add a lot to it. That center, you can turn that into a little window of whatever you want to put in there just by putting some resin tape on it after it's cured and putting resin in there and doing what you want to put in there. I've made shakers that way. It's pretty fun. I did put 2 layers of resin on before I put the metal leaf adhesive on. This stuff is amazing. I do prefer the other kind that's not as watery, but it's pretty amazing. Now we're going to use the Chameleon flakes to Baltic Day. I've never used these flakes before on a whole piece. I've always added the Let's Resin ones because I love the way that their effects are. So I'm just very curious to see what kind of effect this will give. As you saw, the different colors, there's blue, green, purple, pink, violet blue, and brown yellow, all my favorite colors that I use in the Let's Resin. I decided to compare them, and you will be amazed the difference in the coloration. I'm laying them out the same way I laid out the other one, but the colors are so different. I can't wait for you to see. So after the metal leaf adhesive dries, I use a tweezer, and I do not put any pressure on this because I want other flakes to get under the other flakes that I've already put on. So if you put any pressure on it, it's going to be completely stuck and there will be no room for mixing colors. This one is, let's see what color this one is. Do I show it? Yes, there it is, purple pink. You know, it's amazing. You look in the jar and you see green and yellow. It's like, how did they make the purple pink? So anyway, I am putting the purple pink on next, and then I think I do the blue green after that and the violet blue at the very end. Nope, I do the violet blue. It's the opposite. So we're going to finish putting this on and then burnish it in and then continue the process. Well, we're almost finished with the coloring part of it. Now we're going to put a couple layers of resin on it and get it all cured in. And then we're going to be adding the black to the back. Now that we're curing it all in, we are adding the black, and I use mica powder, just cheap black mica powder. That's it. And I make sure the back is sticky. And if it's not sticky enough, I just use some of the gold leaf adhesive, and I put it down and cover it with resin. It's up to you if you want to dome this. I kind of dome it because I just like the way that it gives a finished look. And it also helps with it not having that concave at the top because resin does shrink. It doesn't matter what kind it is. They all shrink. Now, after it's cured, we are going to get rid of all the edges, all the little burrs on the. I have a deburring tool that I like to use. And once you figure out how to use it, it's amazing how smooth it makes it where you don't really have to sand. If it's really, really bad with the edges, I will always sand, but for this, it just works beautifully. And now we're going to put some resin on it, and oh my God, look how beautiful the colors. I am so impressed with Baltic Day colors. They are beautiful. I don't think they're as nice as the Let's Resin, but that's for you to judge, and that's my opinion. So let's watch this being done, and you're gonna see it up close and personal. And then we're gonna be moving on to putting on the bale. Again, I just use a good old-fashioned split ring, and I put the split ring on the silicone, add a little bit of resin, and cure it on like I always do. It makes it so much easier. You know that it's in the right place when you do it like this. Then once that is on, you turn it over and add your resin to secure it as well as to finish off the back. And then you will have a finished piece. Oh my gosh, wait till you see this. The colors are absolutely beautiful. They are nothing alike though. That's what's so amazing. I use the same exact colorations as I did with the Let's Resin. And now I'm going to put on some clear UV polish. This stuff is a top coat, and oh my God, look at that. It just makes it sparkle and shine. That is a secret weapon in my arsenal. I always use UV top coat for nails. Why not? I'm moving it back and forth there to keep the resin where I want it. Believe it or not, by rocking it back and forth, and sometimes even flipping it upside down, will keep your resin exactly where you want it, and so that you will be able to have it look like this. Isn't it beautiful? Thank you so much for joining me for this amazing piece. And there is its sister. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and like. It would really help my channel. Y'all have a really great day. I will see you soon.